Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Dr. S.B. Viradar, Associate Professor, Department of English, S.V.M. College, Ilkal, Karnataka. At the outset, I thank the organizers of V.M.K. SRV Arts, Science and VSB College, Hungund for having arranged such a interesting faculty development program during this unprecedented situation. Well, my topic of presentation is effective use of online platforms and resources. Well, before going to take up the session, briefly let us clarify our objectives of this session. Objective number one is what are the UGC recommendations regarding online platforms and resources, and then what are the available online platforms, and among these various online platforms, let me take up one platform, that is Google Classroom, through which we can create classes, we can add students, we can post assignments, we can give announcements, and after receiving assignments from the students, we can grade these assignments, and we can give feedback for students. Apart from this, we are going to explore some of the features of student classroom and teacher classroom, and finally I am going to discuss some of the issues related to online resources. Well, friends, today we live in the era of internet, and we are surrounded by internet all around. In fact, internet is a boon to all of us. In the situations like epidemics and pandemics, internet is a great help for all teaching community. Well, let us take up online tools. I have made two categories here. Category number one, where UGC recommended platforms, and category number two, the other platforms available to all of us. In the first box, I have listed out UGC recommended platforms. They are Google Classroom, Google Hangout, Cisco WebEx, Meeting, YouTube streaming, OERs. OER is online educational resources, Swayam and Swayam Prabha. These are the UGC recommended platforms, and apart from these we have certain platforms through which we can interact and communicate. Other platforms are like Google Meet, Slack, YouTube Live, GoToMeeting, Skype, Microsoft Teams, Zoom. Well, UGC has recommended these platforms for teaching. On the other hand, we have UGC recommendations regarding conducting examination. UGC recommends MCQs for conducting examination, which after the end of this session we are going to conduct some kind of a test through which we get feedback, and MCQs are shared with you. You are going to answer them. So these kind of exercises UGC recommends for students. And one more pattern of examination is OMR based examination or open book examinations. These are the UGC recommended examination patterns. Well, let us take up briefly the recommendations regarding teaching. Well, COVID-19 pandemic is a big challenge all over the world. Human beings are threatened thoroughly by this unprecedented disease event. In order to overcome such challenges, UGC committee recommended certain rules, particularly teaching. Even though we are in COVID-19 situation or such other situations in future also, UGC clearly specifies that 75% of teaching should be face to face and 25% of teaching should be online. Well, it means that during normal situation also, the teachers or all the institutions of higher education should conduct 75% face to face teaching and 25% is online. Suppose this system is introduced in the entire country, it means that the teachers of higher education institutions should undergo training. For that, UGC clearly recommends all the faculty should be adequately trained. And this is on the part of faculty. And one more recommendation they have made, to introduce virtual classrooms in higher education institutions for conducting video conferencing, for sharing videos, and every institution must have a virtual classroom through which we can transact our information to our students. Well, as I told you, internet is blown all around. And what is this online platform? Online platform is a unique platform which works using internet technology. Well, so technology is internet, and what are the gadget required for these kind of technology based tools? Well, either we need a computer or a smartphone, and these two gadgets must be connected with internet. Well, in order to interact, in order to have network, we need to have a computer or a smartphone connected to internet. One part is over. And the other part is that through these gadgets, by using social media sites, we can share our information. And this is in fact a great revolution in the entire human civilization. Online platforms help us to share any information. For example, text message, images, audio, video clips. These can be transacted by using computer or smartphone supported by internet. There are millions of channels on the internet through which we can communicate. We are all using now to transact the information in this FDP is YouTube streaming. Well, single best way to reach millions of people is online or online platforms. Well, before going to take up the issues related to classroom, let us clarify ourselves what is a classroom, online classroom rather, and it is also known as Google Classroom. And the purpose of creating Google Classroom is to help teachers effectively manage document sharing and provide feedback to their students. And Side by side, this Google Classroom uses Google Drive. Google Drive is another supportive system through which we can share our information in bulk. Now it is clear that Google Classroom is designed to help teachers to manage documents and sharing the feedback to our students. Well, how to access this classroom? Accessing Google Classroom is very simple. You have to go to Play Store, download the Google Classroom app. One option. The other option is that you can go to Google Classroom, classroom.google.com, where you can download this application. Once you go to Play Store and download it, the entire exercise of downloading and installing takes hardly 5 minutes of time. Well, Classroom is designed to be used by teachers without input from IT or technical support. This is like, downloading WhatsApp and getting sign in and using WhatsApp. Similarly, Google Classroom is also having a similar features through which you can use it effectively. Well, as I told you, setting up of your classroom will take less than 5 minutes per class. Well, you can create n number of classrooms, and now once you install Google Classroom on your mobile or computer, there you sign in into that Google Classroom, and once you sign in with your email ID or phone number or Facebook account, once you log in into Classroom, there is one home screen, and in that you will come across welcome to classroom, and on the right hand corner that I have marked with red box, and there is a plus mark over there, and this plus mark indicates that creating classroom. Once you click on this plus mark, you will get this screen. The yellow highlighted part, enter class name and period. Period is optional, but creating a class, and you have to type class name there, and section, if you want to add, you can add section also, section A, B, C, etc. if you have that number of students. Say for example BA first semester, say for example BSc first semester, or MA first semester. Likewise, we can create classroom, and sections are also can be created. Otherwise, for certificate courses like communication skills or any other diploma or certificate courses, we can create a class naming with a particular name. Once you create a classroom, next step is you will find out images like this. I have created 4 classrooms here. One is BSc 4th semester, BA 6th semester, BSc 2 boys, BSc 2nd semester girls. Likewise, you can create number of classes. Okay. And this is a slide showing that BA 4th semester optional subject I have taken up English. So this is how creating classroom takes place. And after that, class code you have to give. How to invite your students or how to get admitted into the class depends on sharing class code. So once you enter, create classroom, you will find that there is one general section, and below that class code is given here. Class code is TSYXEE5. This we can share with our students, and students, by using this class code, they enter into the class. This is one of the options. Otherwise, you have to take email IDs of the students and admit your students either through emails or through class code you can invite your students and get admitted into the classroom. And next step in this Google Classroom is that there are three toolbars given. On the toolbar, three options are given. One is stream, the other one is classwork, and other one is people. So streaming is like chatting through which you can text messages. And second one is classwork. Let us take up the classwork. So in the classwork, you will come across assignment, questions, materials, topic, reuse, post. So in this section, the teacher has to allot either the assignment, or he can share questions, or he can share material, audios, videos, and he can mention topics, and he can reuse the same post for other classes also. So this is how the teacher can share his material through the class. Okay, and after this there is one more section where you come to know that people, and once you click on the people button, icon, then you will get students section, and I have marked it with red round where BSc 4th semester, teachers also you can add, students just now you can add, and I have added already some of the students here. And that plus mark indicate, the image of a man or a man where plus mark is indicated, you can add those people, okay, or the students. So students are added and the list is given there, and the list is alphabetically listed out. Okay, once you enroll the students, enrolled students will be listed in the class roster and can be removed if necessary. You can remove the students or you can add the students, and this is very systematically listed out in the roster. And just now I told you that enrolling students, two ways to enroll students: by email address or unique classroom code, via a unique classroom code. Well, now the next step is for teacher is to share information. How to share information? So sharing information part, we have an attachment indicator there. If you click on that, you can attach audio, video, or study material, PDF, whatever. That is shown on the top of the toolbar. Next, in the teacher's tips I am going to give now. If you plan on enrolling your students, you will need their email addresses. Okay, the easiest way to add students via email is to create a contact group within Gmail. Give the group the same name as your class is. Say for example BS 6th semester, all email IDs in the one section, or unique code. These are the tips required. Just now I have given you all, shown all the screenshots of creating Google Classroom. Well, that is what if you go through Gmail accounts of your students, that will show like this: my contacts, all contacts. Then your Gmail contacts will be displayed within classroom. Select a contact group or individual users to enroll them in your class. So this is how through email invitation to students. And now it is creating assignments. So in the classwork, when you go to the classwork, you will find out assignments, material, etc. And on that you have to click assignment. So on the assignment section, you will find this kind of instruction, and I have given you, say for example, due date is mentioned here, instructions are given there. Say for example, write assignment on the following topics, answer all the following questions in 100 words. So questions are given there, okay, and 20 points for these 5 questions. So this is how you can give instructions and assign your assignment. Well, after assigning, the student work can be seen like this. 100, I have all, this is a demo, in fact, a case study of our college where we have taken up a number of students who have joined and and how the entire exercise is taking place here. So 133 out of 100, 200 students, 133 students have already submitted their assignments. And once you click on the assignments of the students, and the instruction is given like this, handed in. So once the teacher takes this assignment, and easily he can assess all the assignments and give his feedback to the students. Say the list of the students are given here, and the icon handed in instruction is given, and some of the students done late submissions, and all these due date is very important. And if the students submit their assignments after the due date, that is also given here. So it means that entire exercise of this document sharing or submission of assignments that are written, the due dates are given clearly. It means that, so documentation of the information is automatically done through the software. Okay, there is no need to make a list of the students who have submitted the assignments late. Likewise, here the late submitted assignments can be listed out separately. So this is how the entire activity of submission of assignments can be clearly done with the support of Google Classroom. Well, once you give assignments, sometimes you need to give announcements, and there is a simple technique called announcement feature which allows teachers to send messages to all enrolled students or few students also. It means that you can make some groups, you can make individual comments. So the entire transaction of information passing through enrolled to enrolled students through announcement feature. Well, after that, the messaging tool can include links, attachments and videos, and that I have shown, I will show in the next slide. Students can reply to these announcements. Well, once you make this classroom, once you use classroom announcement tool, you will find features like this: YouTube video, web URL, or file attachment, or Google Drive. And you can use these 4 features through which you can share any material to your students. Well, posting announcements. Student can reply to announcements. Teacher can delete students' posts if moderation is needed. You can delete students' replies, or you can correct them. You can all do it through classroom. Well, coming back to class assignments, the primary purpose of classroom is to make distributing assignment to students easier. And assignments can include a due date and time. Assignments can include a link, video or attachment. Well, classroom assignment screen looks like this: due date, time, attachment, video, link. Okay. Then a student can view this. This is the other way around. So far I have shown you the details of teacher setup, and now it is students view, where students can view file, students can edit file, whole class edit same file, make a copy of each student. Okay, so students can view these files and they can use for their references. Classroom creates a folder structure in the student's Drive account. Well, you can, just now I have listed out classes: BA first semester, BSc, BCom. Likewise, you can the entire data is stored in each class, and teachers can easily determine how many assignments have been turned in. Just now I have shown 130 assignments, 133 assignments have been turned in. Okay, so after students can submit assignments with a single click. That is very important. Once they prepare the soft copies or images, photos or the screenshots of their assignments. They can share their JPG files, PDF files, Word files, okay, or the images, writing on the papers and taking the images of those things and sharing those things. Well, so these class assignments, teachers do not have access to student work until they submit. These are the key features. Students may choose to manually share files if desired. Once submitted, teacher becomes the owner of the document and student can no longer edit it. So after submission, there is no scope for students to re-edit it. Well, now let us go to grading assignments. So you have to assignment section, and the title, the students after submission, you will come across all these things. Folder is there, and then personal note, comment, and the marks, not returned or returned. These will come on your screen, and you have to click and give allot marks for these assignments. Well, when finished grading and commenting on assignments, return them to students for review or revisions. You can return the files to the students. There is one red box, in that it is written assignment mark is given, and you can return your assignments back to the students. Well, a teacher can give feedback to students through classroom. Student can ask questions and respond to teacher comments. Teacher can also add comments within document presentation, etc. Leave feedback. These are all manually what we do on papers, that can be done on the students assignments. Well, now let us take up students features. Students can switch over to classrooms. Say for example, biology to British literature, British literature to biology literature, provided they should have class codes. And student dashboard with multi-class view shows like this, okay. Pending assignments, okay, biology assignment is pending, English, gender. So the students can this is the dashboard of the students, and they can use this dashboard very effectively. And this is how the student receive email notification for all announcements and assignments. Suppose a student, the teacher gives some announcement, that is circulated through the emails of the students. Well, finally let us come to e-resources. E-resources is a very important part for all the teachers, through which they can access information and share their knowledge to the students. Well, basically information which can be stored in the formal electronic signal is called e-resources. And in the e-resources we have e-texts, emails, blogs, Facebook, etc. And then we have graphics, photographs, audio, videos. These are all e-resources. Well, what are the different e-resources available to all of us? One is InflibNet of UGC, and this is nothing but digital library consortium, where you will find n number of resources on various subjects. American Institute of Physics, American Chemical Society, annual reviews. You find the entire library of InflibNet in your on your fingertips. Well, in InflibNet you come across e-journals and databases, and you find e-books, and there are links of websites, and e-thesis and dissertations which are available on Shodh Ganga. Shodh Sindhu is another e-resource, and e-newspapers are available. Virtual libraries are there. These are all e-resources. Well, I have given you some of the links for e-resources. One is Swayam, MOOC, EDX, Coursera, ePG Pathshala. These are the e-resources. You can make use of these e-resources for information. And this final slide shows that bunking of classes in 2019 is that the students are running out of the campus to bunk the classes. And today bunking classes in 2020 is like this: audio mute and video mute. But these kind of images are circulated in social media, but platforms like WebEx, CSGO, or Meeting, where we can trace the views, we can trace their attendance of the classes, we can have polling in between, we can have MCQs on these, and the entire presentations or video classes can be monitored even through the attendance polling, by polling. So even in future also technology can help us to how many minutes he has watched our classes, students have watched our classes, listened our classes. The technology is a great boon for all of us, through which we can overcome any pandemic situation. So this is how I have my ideas on Google Classroom and various platforms, and these platforms I hope are very useful to connect to our students and teacher community. I hope I have given, in a nutshell, though it is a very broad area, I have given in a nutshell some of the information about effective use of teaching platforms.